Welcome to the KI Park Tech Talks. Today we're exploring a topic that's right at the heart of current AI discussions and something that will remain relevant well into the future: how to build your own AI agent. I'm Ivana Karavidovic, Community and Events Manager here at KI Park, and I'm happy to be joined by our speaker, Marcel Pesch, founder of Academy for AI. Marcel, welcome. So before we get into the topic, a quick intro to all of those that are actually joining us for the first time. KI Park is a pan-European AI association. We have more than 250 members, from big companies to startups to research institutions. We are a true AI, let's say, ecosystem that has a cross-section of different AI stakeholders. What we really do is bring people together. We share knowledge, we help organizations identify and implement their use cases, we connect partners for real projects, we support innovation across Europe. And so if you're not yet involved, we invite you, of course, to support innovation across Europe and join our community and help us drive adoption and innovation of AI. Okay, so let's turn to today's topic. AI agents, of course, are quickly becoming a part of our everyday lives and our work, and they help us automate tasks, they help us save time, they help us really focus on things that matter. And by the end of the session, we are hoping that you will have a much clearer picture of how AI agents help you in your work and how you can actually set it up, right? How you can actually make AI agents work, because Marcel will show you how to create your own AI team member in ChatGPT. And actually, Marcel is the perfect guide to this because he and his team at the Academy for AI have over 10 years of experience in AI space, and they've built 3 AI companies. They have a very strong vision of bringing AI to everyone, and so they work both with DAX companies as well as independent professionals, and they've really seen all sides of AI landscape. And I would say what's most interesting is right now their own company runs with 23 AI agents performing different roles from marketing to hiring and only 3 human employees. And I would say they are a true AI first organization. And before I hand over the mic to Marcel, just a few technicalities on my end. Questions will be shared. Will be covered, after the presentation. You can use the Q&A to post your questions. In case you want to ask questions live, you can also raise your hand and we can unmute you. And we, as mentioned, we are recording the session except the questions part. So if you want to ask the question live, we can also, unmute you and you can ask freely. And so let's dive in. Marcel, the floor is yours. After all, everybody wants to hear from you rather than me. So I'll stop sharing my screen and you can take over.
Well, thank you very much for having me today, dear KI Park team. And in today's 1-hour live session, I would like to show you how easily it is to build your first AI employee in ChatGPT. First of all, I would like to start with a quick quote of Mark Benioff, CEO of Salesforce, who says that in this decade, we are the last decade where just humans will work together with each other and interact with each other. So in the near future, humans and agents, humans and large language models will interact with each other. Hi, my name is Marcel Pesch. I'm the founder of Academy for AI. And in our academy, we already live this approach. In our company, more than 23 employees right now work together. All of them have a name, have on a regular basis team meetings interacting with us, and our core team consists of 3 human employees. And we follow the approach of AI first. That means we don't want to employ more humans. Our core team of 3 people is enough for us. But we want to grow our agent team by end of the year to round about 30, 31 agents. And with these agents, we scale our business, our revenue from months to months. First of all, in my opinion, it's very important to understand where you are at right now. For that reason, as you can see here, a small overview, we call it maturity level. Most people, first of all, they use ChatGPT, they use the Copilot like a Google research. So, for example, where do I find the best, let's say, wine bars in Düsseldorf? Quite often the result is quite bad because maybe I have a few more requirements, maybe specific red wine, specific white wine, maybe a specific day of the work, maybe specific music I like to hear when I'm in the wine bar, etc. So you will quite fast see that it's not enough to communicate with a large language model like with a, for example, Google search. So you see how important in the next step prompting is. In this context, we developed our patented prompt concept division plus model. For example, you see how important the viewpoint is, how important it is, which information you give in, garbage out. Next step is the field of an agent and of an automation, because at one point you will reach the situation that you don't want to prompt any longer. You don't want to, for example, use the manual input or the voice input with an LLM. So you want to be more, let's say, independent, and you move to, let's say, an agentic approach. You move more into the field of an automation. First of all, in my opinion, it's important to understand what an agent actually is, because quite often people don't understand what an agent is. An agent already consists of three main elements. The first part is an LLM, large language model, for example, Perplexity, Claude Anthropic, ChatGPT, and Co. The second part is the memory. Quite often we also call it the brain of an agent or the knowledge base, and tools. That means where at the end you will see the output. That could be a LinkedIn post, that could be an email draft, that could be a Slack message, a WhatsApp message, etc. Two important things. All of these three elements, they are connected with each other via an API, and you as the user are important how good the memory works. So you are the most important person in the game actually, who is important how good the agent can work at the end. So for example, if you uploaded enough data like FAQs, ebooks, papers, etc., you influence the quality of your knowledge base, of the memory, of the brain of an agent. In my opinion, in the near future, we will move more and more into a, let's call it co-creation or synthetic synchronization. Also what Mark Benioff already said, where humans and large language models, agents interact with each other. What you can see here is our organigram, our organizational structure. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have Franzl. Franzl is the head of marketing in our team. He is responsible for LinkedIn and for Meta. So every post you see from our company, from my personal account, Marcel Pesch, Franzl is at the end responsible for. Lokita, for example, is collecting several data during our learning journey in our Master Management with AI program, and is directly handing over these informations to Nadine, which is the head of the product development in our team. The interesting thing here is this system, this organigram, organizational structure you see here, is a multi-agent system. So these agents, these employees, they interact completely independent, autonomous. That means during you sleep, they interact with each other. And I would like to show you a few hard facts how Franzl is actually performing. And as you can see here, a few numbers regarding reached members and impression rates. And as you can see here, Franzl, for example, I would say in every third post on LinkedIn, he reaches minimum 250,000 to nearly 500,000 impressions. What is an impression? An impression in the LinkedIn universe is counted as minimum 3 seconds on a post you did. And now you can calculate. Imagine, for example, you would like to reach these numbers. Of course, you could invest like, I don't know, 5K, 6K per month in ads on LinkedIn and or Meta. But if you, for example, reach the same amount with Franzl, and Franzl, for example, cost us around about 21 euro per month using an OpenAI ChatGPT Plus account, you can calculate the rest on your own, how at the end, how scalable that could be. And this is just one example. Think a bit further. For example, what we test right now is also using these agents in sales calls, in customer support, etc., etc., etc. And I would like to build such a Franzl or Nadine right now with you live. So for that reason, I would say let's jump into ChatGPT and let's do it together. So right now we are live in ChatGPT. And as you can see here, we built Jenny. Jenny is doing the complete recruiting stuff in our company. So every new employee we need, Jenny is doing, Jenny is responsible for. So as you can see here, first of all, let's take a look at the German Jenny. Jenny, for example, first of all, has a profile picture. This I always recommend if you build an agent here in ChatGPT, in N8N, in Make.com, in LangDoc, it doesn't matter. We always recommend to use a profile picture. The same like in design thinking, that you better understand, hey, this is the name of the person of your agent. This is, let's say, the looking, how she or he looks. It's important to have a picture. And as you can see here, how we build Jenny, let's take a look into her, let's say, memory, knowledge base, or system prompt. As you can see here, we built a Jenny. We gave her a name, small description, and this part here, Hinweise, I would say it's comparable. I mean, we call it system prompt, but in my opinion, it's comparable to a knowledge base, to the, if you remember my definition of what an agent is, to the memory, to the brain, and you're responsible for the brain. And as you can see here, how we developed her, how we built her, we defined a role, we described our organization. Hey, you work for Academy for AI, a leading academy for the training in AI for founders, for CEOs, startups, etc. In our company, 23 AI assistants work right now. We describe the organization, a few tasks, etc., etc., etc. By the way, if we connect on LinkedIn, I will show you Jenny. And important here, and I will send you Jenny, and important here is the knowledge base, because the memory, the knowledge base of Jenny, you can easily influence here. If you upload data, for example, a flyer, FAQs, a product portfolio, etc., you can increase, so to say, her knowledge, what she should know. Okay, so this is the brain of Jenny, and let's jump back to the English-speaking Jenny, and let's say I need a new employee. Let's do it live. And you see here the first question, hey, what type of employee do you want to add? Human employee or an AI assistant system? Let's say I need an AI agent called Maria, and she should support me in marketing. Let's say marketing. Then I use the few shot method. Few shot method means I given information regarding my company. So I say, hey, my company, it's like a reference. Yeah, you can also upload a picture, document, or of course, the easiest way, a website. So my company is www Academy for AI. So let's do it live. Okay, what is the primary focus? And here you see a few questions: strategic marketing, content marketing. Let's say everything is very important and interesting for me. So let's make it the easy way. Everything is important for me. So as you can see, a broad marketing spectrum. Please describe the main audience Maria should optimize all marketing activities for. Let's say corporate, HR, L&D departments. And as you can see here, right now, I got the question regarding the marketing channels: LinkedIn, email marketing, website landing pages. Let's say LinkedIn as or in the focus. And then interesting question, the level of autonomy of Maria. Let's say operational. Important here, also in our company, you always say human in the loop. That means the final decision we take, not the agent. So we say, hey, it's fine, we publish it or not. So we always recommend human in the loop. Please choose the close description, the tone of voice. I would say professional but modern. This is also the way how we communicate on LinkedIn and other platforms: professional but modern. Okay. Core offerings. Let's say all of it. Then the primary business goal Maria's LinkedIn marketing should support. Let's say brand and leads. And let's say we are interested in the DACH region. And let's say 2 to 3 posts per week. Interesting, in my opinion, also this question, right? Are there any hard boundaries or constraints Maria must strictly follow on LinkedIn? All of it. Maria should have a closer look at and ask us before, or ask us if she is insecure. How should Maria measure and report success to you? Basic reporting, marketing qualified leads. Let's say basic reporting is enough for the beginning. And now the magic happens. As you can see here, this is an XML file right now. And this is at the end the same like the system prompt Jenny developed for us. And what we can do right now, as you can see here, we have the job profile, the role, organization, working for Academy for AI, etc., etc., etc. A few tasks. Then also here, in my opinion, always very, very important, access recommendations. For example, LinkedIn company page access, etc., etc. So what we do right now is to copy this XML file. We copy this again. Meanwhile, what we said before, in my opinion, is always fundamentally important to also get a picture of your new employee. Yeah, as you can see here, Jenny asked me, hey, would you like to generate a suitable profile picture? Yeah. Yes, please create a picture, punk style. And unconventional. Here we go. And meanwhile, we jump into GPTs erkunden. I guess you know this GPT store. And then we say, hey, create new GPT. Name of the GPT is called Maria. Maria Marketing at Academy for AI. And right now, I just copy paste. As you can see here, this is a result Jenny gave me. So to say, the brain of Maria. Ja. Gesprächsaufhänger, in other words, how Maria should start the conversation with me. How can I help you today? Of course, here I would upload data regarding my company, maybe program flyers regarding our master management with AI program or with our master agentic AI program. This is our new product, maybe also interesting for Maria, 6 weeks just of agentic AI, n8n, make.com, and Copilot Studio. I would upload everything here. This I could activate or deactivate if I want to reduce the hallucination rate. We always recommend to reduce this, or sorry, to deactivate this. So up to you. And then I say erstellen, create. Just me, I always recommend to say just me or everybody with a link. If I want to share the link for somebody in the team, I wouldn't click on that. So everybody could use Maria. So let's say just me. Save. Show GPT. And here we go. How can I help you today, Marcel? And let's see what happens. And as you can see here, we directly, or Maria directly knows the company she works for, what she has to do. But right now, and this is very important, we have to give Maria input, because quite often what we see in our keynotes, in our trainings for DAX companies or small and medium-sized enterprises, quite often the employees, people think Maria directly knows what she has to do. Of course, we have a basic frame, but it's important right now that you give Maria more and more instructions, more and more informations that she can work better. So garbage in, garbage out. You are responsible right now how good the results of Maria at the end are. So that could be a first, let's say, step, or let's say the first start to work together with Maria. So this is, in other words, your first simple small AI employee. So as you can see, super low-hanging fruits. And you can directly use her. Not a big deal. Meanwhile, let's see how Maria looks like. Nice style. So we can take Maria right now. As you can see here, we download the picture. And we directly take the picture, the profile picture of Maria. We jump into Maria GPT. And then we click on that point here, and then we upload the picture here in this small circle. So this is a very easy way to build your first AI employee in ChatGPT. So if you would like to know more about AI, topics like automation, building agents, but also legal aspects in AI, how a right prompting looks like, data, project management, but also marketing, sales, and business development, that program we offer here, we have more than 1,200 alumni right now We work together with companies like E.ON, Henkel, Landesbank Baden-Württemberg, and other big names out there in the market. Completely online. If you would like to have Jenny, feel free to contact me on LinkedIn. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session, and I'm looking forward how your first, let's say, feelings, results, etc. are working with your first AI employee. And if you would like to know more, feel free to contact me on LinkedIn. And of course, the next step is moving from ChatGPT to other platforms like n@n, make.com to build at the end these multi-agent, completely autonomous working systems. Have a nice Christmas, Happy New Year, and looking forward. Bye-bye. Thank you.